Don't you love it when things are both easier and more affordable? Like when the rain washes your car for you. Or like when you save up to 10% by bundling your renters and auto insurance with USAA. Bundle with USAA and start saving. Get a quote today.
Vitamin Water was born in New York because New Yorkers wanted more. Like more flavor to go with all the flavor. A refreshing drink after climbing 6 flights of stairs to a walk-up apartment, or standing in the subway station in 100-degree heat. Focus when I have an 8-hour shift, and Triple X after I was out all night at a club. Call Triple X. Drink vitamin water. It's from New York.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. Here are your hosts, Steve Collins and Greg Berg.
Hey, Coach. Welcome to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. I'm so excited you decided to join. Before we jump in, real quick, go over and check out Coach Berg's website, gberg.gumroad.com. It is awesome. You will not be disappointed. It's a little bit of everything. There's free resources over there with a preseason checklist, off-season playbook, all sorts of great things. Go over and check it out. All half of it's free. I should yell at him for all the free stuff he's giving away, but it's great. His team leader OS is awesome. So go over and check that out. Also, when you're there and you're thinking about it, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. You take that leadership, you take all the stuff that I have built over the last 30 years to build a nationally ranked team, to be nationally ranked, to win 3 state championships. Everything I have learned over the last 30 years is in teachhoops.com. Go over and check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. 14-day free trial. And let's head off to the podcast. Bye. All right. Welcome to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. Happy.
How we doing, Coach?
Good. I'm excellent. I'm much more rested now the season's over.
Me too.
And now I get to do all the lawn work, all that stuff, all that works. All right. So we're going to talk about the butterfly effect. You're going to dive into that and how it affects basketball and how it affects all sports, basically.
Yeah. And it's, you can Google the butterfly effect with sports. There's tons of examples out there. It's really the concept of how one small event, one choice that you make can have a ripple effect throughout a larger ecosystem that causes things to happen that are maybe amazing or bad in some cases. So all these little things that happen, and probably it happened to us in the tournament. I'll give you 2 examples. It happened in the NCAA tournament too. We made it to the state title game this year, but our quarterfinal game, we did everything we can to try to lose the game. And we're down 5 with a minute to go, and things just aren't going our way. And our kids are just fighting and scrapping. And we ran an inbound play that we'd really been saving all season. We'd actually been saving it for 4 years. And we ran it, and we got a back cut, layup, foul, and 1. And we were down 5 at the time, cut it to 2. And then we came down and hit a bucket, tied it. And we go into overtime, we win big. And then we just get momentum. We have a phenomenal semifinal game against a really good team. And state championship game, we lost late, but it was a heck of a game and we played really well. If that wouldn't have happened, if that moment in that first game wouldn't have happened, our state tournament experience would have been totally different. And NC State was probably the best example in the NCAA tournament. They were not even going to make the tournament. They're in the ACC tournament. I don't even know. Second round of the ACC tournament.
I think it was the second. I think it was the second round with that shot.
They're down 3. The guy's shooting a free throw. There's probably 8 seconds left. Guy makes the free throw. It's over. NC State's season is done. The guy misses the free throw. NC State comes down, throws up a Hail Mary from 35 feet, banks it in. They go to overtime. They win it. They proceed to use that momentum to win the ACC tournament, get an automatic bid into the NCAA. Then they go all the way to the Final Four, and the memories and
basically
experiences.
save the coach's career for the next 5 years.
God, everything.
Everything.
So you think of that one free throw, that 1 inch that he was a little bit long and it went off the back of the rim, causes this ripple effect that changes an entire ecosystem.
Yeah.
And it's basically how little things can cause big changes. Like, you know, it's like the example where, you know what, if you wouldn't have been in the right place at the right time when you met your wife, you maybe would have never met her. And then all these things that happen after that wouldn't have happened.
I talk about it as I'm a math teacher. I talk about it as intersecting lines. Yeah. And I said sometimes, and they go, what do you mean? I go, well, first of all, there's 8 billion people. So there's probably more than one perfect person. And then they go,
Yep.
It's not a Hallmark movie, people. Sorry.
Yep.
but it is also the right person at the right time. I said, you might have met the right person at the wrong time. You might have been 12 and he might have been 13. It might not have been the right time. But it's like, you're right. It's the butterfly. It's that one crossing at the right time that makes it work. I have a story too with I think it was my 2011, and we had played really well all season. We lost the last game of the regular season. And my former assistant coach, and then I think he was the assistant principal at that time, or the principal, came into our locker room and said, I got to talk to the team. And I left. He talked to the team, and later I found out what he said. And he basically challenged. He goes, this is not what we are about. This is not what we do. And it was literally like everyone got on the bus. Everyone got on the team. It was like a switch was turned. It was like the next 2.5 weeks, it was
amazing.
It was amazing. It was like lightning in a bottle. And it was just that one moment with that one speech, with that one, which resonated. I don't even know if it resonated with all of them, but it resonated with the right people at the right time. And it was like, boom. And it's like, it's hard to describe. So how, as a coach, so coaches are listening to this going, I know what they're thinking. Okay, how do I get butterfly effects? How do I do that? Is there a way?
And I think
do that?
Yeah. So, I think there's two things. Number one, and you got to get kids to understand this, is the details matter. Every decision, every little thing matters. Everything could be that one thing that we did that creates the butterfly effect. And so whether it's possessions or boxing out, or the little things matter, because the little things create the butterfly effects. And if you don't do the little things well, big things don't happen. And then I think number two is the interconnectedness of kind of life and everything, and how understanding how one little thing can make great things happen. If you can get kids to do the little things well, then the big things will follow. And I think that's just kind of the message of the butterfly effect. You know, last year we had a great team, a team that could have won the state title. We lost on a Hail Mary 35-footer turnaround three at the buzzer in a section championship game. That team had done everything to get to state and win state, and they didn't.
Yep.
And the other team had that quote unquote butterfly effect.
There's a little luck involved in winning.
There's a little title. Luck, but we put ourselves in that position, right?
Right.
It never comes down to one play, and that's where the details and little things matter.
Yep.
This year, with 4 starters back from that team, man, we walked through the section championship. Talk about a focused, determined bunch. They were not going to let that happen to them. So the details, the focus, the little things all mattered. And so getting kids to have that focus on the little things and details allows these big things to happen. And I think it's just a good message for kids.
And I think something is for coaches too. Words matter. You know, totally. Things matter. Like it's like I always tell my teams, it's like there's nothing that's going to happen that we haven't thought about and we haven't planned for. But also, you know, like that butterfly thing can be that one it can go both ways too.
Totally. And that's the art of coaching, right? Like knowing when to say the right thing at the right time. When your assistant, why did he know, or why that was the right message at the right time? And the art of coaching, coaches get that. And the longer
it's the art of knowing people too. If you knew this person, he knew kids and he knew players, and was he an X and O guy? No, not necessarily, but he understood athletes. He had coached a really long time. Yep. And there's a nuance to that. It's there's an art to it. There is an art to it. And part of that art for the people that are listening is doing this long enough. I just saw something recently that, I think 35% of all female there's a turnover in female high school coaches. It's like 35% year to year. And it's like, you're not going to get good at things if you got to stick with it some too. It's not going to come.
And the art is failure.
Right.
Like, yeah, you need to fail to be able to learn that. And so you have to allow people to fail. You have to allow coaches to fail. You got to allow coaches to learn and grow. And I think that's a big
I know. I think there's like, we're a conference of 10 teams. And I think we have 4 coaches leaving this year. It's like, my gosh. And I'm the old guy. Like, are you kidding me? No one's calling me to, I guess, but I also had people around me. I had supportive staff. I had time. You're right. I had time to fail. I had time to figure out, that doesn't work. And that was okay. It wasn't okay at the time. I didn't love it. I learned a lot. All right. Anything else, Coach?
No, I think that's good.
All right. That's great. All right. Till next week.
We'll see ya.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.